If you're new here, so am I. I decided I want to document my life. When I look back at photos or videos of myself from just a year ago, I am filled with a lot of kindness and love for myself. And I am a deeply nostalgic person. I can't help but I want to bottle everything up. And now that I've been away from home for 8 years as an immigrant, hopped from country to country and changed home so many times, this unstable, chaotic, but a very good life, I am now drunk on nostalgia. So it feels natural to vlog, to have this condensed archive of my life that I can look back on, that I can revisit. Videography is the closest that we can get to time travel. Yes, we can write in our diary, we can take photographs, but we consume video on a day-to-day basis. Whether we realize it or not, it's powerful. So right now I have 31 subscribers and more than half of you are my friends and family, and that's great and nothing wrong with that. But when I started vlogging, when I started putting videos of myself out there, I did not think I would get any views at all. But when I got 3-digit views and about 10 or so people subscribed to my channel, I was ecstatic and I have been grinning like a fool like right now. I even fell into the trap of refreshing my YouTube Studio app, the analytics, but that's not good. It's a rabbit hole I want to avoid because I told myself I am here to document my life. And YouTube has infinite storage, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. This is a whole new world. Yeah, you can just pick up a camera and film yourself to begin with, but there are a lot of things to learn, not just to grow on YouTube, but for yourself, because you want to get better and faster at this. I don't want to spend the rest of my 20s doing this like a 9 to 5 and slogging as if this is my job when I don't have that when I don't have that large a community to share it with. I want to make an effort. I do believe in making a good amount of effort, but I don't want it to take over my life. That is why I can't be falling into the trap of refreshing my YouTube Studio and analytics. But the deeper I get into learning this new skill, there are so many emotions that I am stewing in right now. I figured I'm just going to, put it into the pensieve out there, hoping that it lightens what's swimming around in my mind right now. The first one, regret. I regret not filming most things from my life in the past. For the longest time, because as Indians especially, we grew up watching American and British media. It's just how it was. We couldn't help it. And I thought my life wasn't interesting or aesthetic enough to document. Yes, I made some silly videos on my mom's flip phone with my sister. And it was the age of photos back then mainly. So I have some picture to put to memory. But it's not nearly enough. We never, or at least I never thought of myself as a videographer. So I was like, why bother? And this mindset created a weird standard for myself. Like there was no rule book out there that said you are not a videographer, you can't make videos or tell a story out there. But somehow we put that cage around ourselves. So I want to break that. I know a lot of Indian content creators are now breaking that, and finally we see more of Desi media online, and I love it. I follow such creators specifically. Looking back, high school and my bachelor's undergraduate degree, that time in my life was not nearly the best time in my life. Everything good to me happened after that. But there were still some good moments there. And I thought I would only look back at the good times in my life. But no, weirdly, I still think about it all as much as I can remember. And I can't remember all of it though. So the regret that I feel from not having documented in snippets, just here and there, not something that takes over my regular day or my regular life. Those snippets that you can film from time to time, because I had a phone back then. Why didn't I do that? Because if I look at myself from just a year ago with so much love in my eyes, my god, what would happen if I looked at myself from 10 years ago? And it just feels like I have done myself and my life a disservice. I am a grateful person. I try to be grateful for all the privilege I have, for all the basic necessities in life that I have. But in hindsight, vlogging feels like a good way to honor that gratefulness. The yes, I was here, I did not take this for granted, and I have something to show for it. Okay, the second one, guilt. I wish I could download a live stream of my thoughts from my early 20s. When I was 21 or 22, that's when I moved to Belgium. And that's when I realized what freedom and peace is like, what it tastes like. And as you can imagine, all the life that I had missed out on living at 12, at 15, at 18, I realized this is it. This is where I can make up for all of it. So I lived my life. I overdid it. I was out there. I had a clean slate. I did everything you could think of. For a student, saving money as much as I could, right? The financial student part of it is real, but I joined MUN to get out of my shell. I started doing salsa and bachata classes, dance classes to keep things interesting. I joined circus school to keep fit. I ran a lot. I learned Indian classical music. I got into the good music that as a kid I used to shun because I didn't quite understand it. And in my early 20s, I started understanding it. So I did a lot of things and I was living. It was a full saturated life. I made some good friends. And yet I didn't vlog. At that time, I was consuming Pinterest and aesthetic content online like everyone else. But I never thought I could be a content creator too. It's just that cage that we created around ourselves. And of course, the after effects of colonization that we still struggle with today, even when we immigrated abroad, where initially or in our childhood we believed we just weren't aesthetic enough or our life wasn't aesthetic enough. It's crazy how I follow more Indian content creators, Desi content creators, just to have more of India in my life now than I do Western content. The third, the big one, overwhelm. Yeah, I did a lot of things in my early 20s. It was great. But in my late 20s now, life is getting real. Oh my god. Every single week there is a plot twist. Why didn't anyone prepare us for this? If we knew what to expect and what to anticipate, we would have found a way to equip ourselves to handle this stress, to manage all this anxiety, but no one told us, did they? Every week there is a new plot twist. And they don't happen in series, they overlap. Whether it's a doctor's appointment or a random back pain from moving too fast or snapping your neck somewhere to get a look at that hummingbird, or it could be bills to pay or something with your old credit card or some charge that a service put on your credit card even though you cancelled it, and the 5 hours you have to spend on customer service with them, it never ends. Add a new skill like vlogging to that. Look, I know I love having done it. I know I will thank myself in the future for having done it. But right now, I am overwhelmed. And no one is telling me what to do with all this overwhelm. Yes, people say you just have to get through it. I know. But how? It's getting to me in a way that my mind is buzzing. Late at night, even when I'm sleepy and my eyes are heavy, I can't quite sleep because my mind is buzzing, because I'm overwhelmed. There's so much I want to do, and my brain, it feels like if it stops thinking, it's doing a disservice. Because no, I'm supposed to be in the content creator mode, or I have to come up with ideas, I have to upskill to match my skills to those ideas to be able to execute them. And this overwhelm, there's just nowhere for it to go. That's why the only one thing that I'm trying to do is to make a video or so a week, or maybe one video every 2 weeks, to have something that I can, pensive, put it into. But other than that, I just don't know. Barring say talking about this into the void, I don't quite know what to deal with this. And I tried therapy, yes, I did, but it didn't that therapist wasn't great. She was nice, but she didn't get it. You know, I've in the sessions I felt like I was giving myself therapy, because I asked her a few philosophical questions and why do we do that, or why do humans, and she's like, I don't know, what do you think? I'm like, girl, I am paying you. Like, what do you mean, what do I think? If I knew, I wouldn't be here. Okay. And yes, by the way, I don't just want to make diary style vlogs. I'm an artist. I different types of art. I like to paint. I have an interest in dressmaking, because most clothes out there are terrible, by the way, which is why I've been like, might as well just do it myself. Even with knitting, with sweaters, especially when it was sweater weather, not right now. I made my own sweaters because I was frustrated, because I can do better than what they are selling for $200 out there, and it still contains polyester. So, all that overwhelm from you being an artist, you have to make your own art in the first place. And then vlogging about it, that's another full time job. So, I feel like I have 3 full-time jobs right now, but they don't make me money. And no, I am unemployed right now. But the overwhelm from all this, and how silly you feel in the starting stages, I just don't know what to do with it. And if I know, I will make a video of that, how I figured it out, because I'm here to share my journey. And also because I'm forgetful. So if no one watches my video, I will, because I will then know in the future, hey, did I come up with a solution 3 months ago that I forgot about? Maybe, but if I vlog about it, I won't have forgotten about it. Okay. The fourth one, big one. I know we all feel it, scarcity mindset. Please tell me I am not the only one. When you start creating videos on YouTube, yeah, you are a creator now, but primarily I believe I am still a consumer of content. In fact, I'll always be. But because we are bombarded with so many content creators talking about everything all the time, and they do such a good job of it, it's true that we only see the content creators that are good at their job, and we feel like everybody's doing that. But what more is there to talk about? Hasn't everything already been said before? What more could I do that is a value addition in someone else's life? For mine, yes. For someone else's, can't imagine that yet. So that scarcity mindset is real, and I've had it since a young age. I struggle with it on my bad days. On my good days, I have my coffee and I'm buzzing with ideas. On my bad days, I'm just like, God, there's nothing happening. This is boring, and there's nothing to talk about. So if you're watching, please let me know if you struggle with this, or if I'm the only weird one with the whole scarcity thing. Because I've not seen a lot of people talk about this. Okay, the last one. Fear and embarrassment. It is scary to put yourself out there, because people aren't just mean. People are vicious online. I understand that there is very little chance a person will come up to you in real life and say terrible things to your face, but online everyone's way too comfortable doing that. I realize that if I am making a video and posting it online, I am inviting comments, I am inviting engagement, and I am bracing myself for the trolls or whatever I'm going to get in the future. Because, yeah, terrible people exist in the world. You can't change them, right? You can only avoid them. And by me posting a video, I'm not exactly avoiding them. I'm inviting them in for engagement, I feel. And I am afraid of that because we all have good and bad days. What if I read a terrible comment? I haven't had that yet because I only my friends and friends and family. But in the future, I am gonna get them. What am I gonna do? I think I'll be fine on my good days, but on my bad days, I don't quite know how that's going to, but I am scared of that happening. And let's talk about the embarrassment too. Look, as I say it, and as I realize I'm to conclude my video, I put embarrassment of putting yourself out there as the last emotion and regret as the first. Yeah, I feel this small right now because it feels silly. No one's watching. It's a good thing. You can turn that into a good thing because no one's watching. I could say anything. But regret is clearly stronger than embarrassment. That's what I put first. That's something I will always feel. But if my own life has taught me anything at all, is that embarrassment is a little overrated. You can change the narrative around it by just leaning into it. If you decide something is not embarrassing, it's not. And then no one can get to you. That is what my own life has taught me. So, yes, it is one of the things I feel again on my bad days, but this is me declaring that this is not embarrassing. I'm trying, and trying is a lot cooler than someone who just thinks about trying but doesn't actually do it. So, I'm doing myself and my life some justice right now. Looking back, I truly believe that every life is worth documenting. And every phase of life is worth documenting, even though you think you are a student out there and the most you do is go to college or do an online university, drink chai, and play some video games or play with friends or something. That is still worth documenting. It's not as boring as you think. And I know that when I look back in the future at this, I know that I'm not going to think of this as boring. Even though right now I'm not doing all those interesting things I used to in my early 20s, but it's fine. Every life is worth documenting, and every phase in life is worth documenting. So that's what I'm doing. This is me trying and putting myself out there. If you did watch, did you really watch all the way to the end? Well, thanks for that if you did. And in case you didn't, hi, future self. I tried to make it easier for you. Okay, bye.